Hey, book lovers, welcome back to Shelf Addiction, the podcast where we dive deep into the pages of thriller and fantasy reads. I'm your host, Tamara, and today we are covering the second of 4 books in the Four Horsemen series. But first, a quick heads up, if you crave the full visual experience and want to ditch the ads, head on over to Patreon. You'll unlock ad-free video episodes, exclusive after shows, and other bonus content. Spotify listeners, premium content is available there also. Want even more bookish banter? Join our community over on the Book Clubs app, and don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review wherever you're listening. Speaking of community, I'm thrilled to welcome back my fantasy series bestie and co-host Casey from Heart Full of Ink. Welcome back, Casey.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here today.
Yeah, it's always a good time. We're gonna have
the best time.
I am ready. I'm ready for this. Are you ready for this?
Like you said, as ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. So y'all probably have a clue what you're in for. Okay, so before we get started, you can find the links for both of us, including how to follow Casey and myself and the podcast in general. So click around, do all the things. We appreciate you for doing that. Before we start, I want to remind you that we discuss full spoilers during book chats. So spoiler alert, you've been warned. Today, we are discussing War, the second book of the Four Horsemen series written by Laura Thalassa. The book was published August 15th, 2023 by Boom Books, and the graphic audio was published by Graphic Audio. The paperback comes in at 544 pages, and the graphic audio is 13 hours and 9 minutes, y'all.
Oof.
And the graphic audio is, of course, narrated by a full cast. Casey, would you kindly read the synopsis?
They came to Earth, pestilence, war, famine, death. 4 horsemen riding their screaming steeds, racing to the corners of the world. 4 horsemen with the power to destroy all of humanity. They came to Earth, and they came to end us all. The day Jerusalem falls, Miriam Elmhaldi knows her life is over. Houses are burning, the streets run red with blood, and a traitorous army is massacring every last resident. There is no surviving this, especially not once Miriam catches the eye of war himself. But when the massive and terrifying horseman corners Miriam, he calls her his wife, and instead of killing her, he takes her back to his camp. Now Miriam faces a terrifying future, one where she watches her world burn down, town by town, and the one man responsible for it all is seemingly indestructible husband. But there's another side to him, one that's gentle and loving and dead set on winning her over, and she might not be strong enough to resist. However, if there's one thing Miriam has learned, it's that love and war cannot coexist. And so she must make the ultimate choice, surrender to war and watch humankind fall, or sacrifice everything and stop him.
Okay. So, first question out the gate before we even get to our usual MO. I am very curious. I know last time you did the graphic audio. Did you do that this time?
I did not, because it was not available at my library yet. I had to physically read this book with my eyeballs.
Sorry.
No. I'm number 1 on hold. I put it on hold and I was like, it'll be ready in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I was like, I need this in the next 2 days. So I just rented the ebook and read that instead.
You should have put it on hold right after we...
I should have, but I wasn't thinking about it.
Girl. Look, the library is a whole nother beast. Libby is like, you cannot count on that when you need something urgently.
Not the week of.
No.
You really need to look at it like a month out. And yeah. I should know better, but this time I did not.
Well,
and I suffered for it.
You said I got my lick back for it.
I know better now.
Yeah. I did listen to the graphic audio again, despite my scaredness of doing it. I said, I'll just give it one more go on graphic audio. And let's see, I started at 1.5 and I moved up to 1.8. And then I blasted the last 4 hours out at 2x. I'm like, I cannot. It's fine, but this shit was just moving too slow. So, yes. Okay, now back to our scheduled program. What did you think when you finished the story?
Thank God it's over.
Yeah.
Thank God it's over. Thank God it's over. I was hopeful for this series and this book in particular. It met none of my hopes. It dashed my hopes. It was a almost identical repeat of book 1 in all the worst ways. And so much worse than book 1 in other ways.
Yeah.
And do we want to make the announcement now?
Yeah. Let me just say, when I finished the book, I'll do the lead-in. When I finished this book, I thought, I want to quit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk to Casey about it, but I don't know if I can do this 2 more times.
It was rough.
Yeah.
If you've followed this podcast at all for any length of time, you know we don't quit.
We're not quitters.
We've only quit one other series.
Yeah.
And I was having the exact same thought. And as soon as I got on here, I was like, we can't keep reading this series.
Yeah.
The series is not for us.
No, because we'd just be bitching for 2 more episodes.
We would. And that's not fun. That's not what we want to do. That's not how we want to run this podcast.
No.
And if this book had been better, then I would have been excited to finish the series.
Yeah.
But as it stands, I don't want to read the series at all anymore.
Yeah, I concur. So what we have done, we have picked the next series, but it's a duology.
Thank God.
Thank Lord. Yes, it's 2 books.
Oh, just 2 books.
So
we can get through 2 books.
Even if it turns out to be a train wreck, it's only 2 books, not 4.
Mm-hmm. Not 4.
Which is the reason why we were avoiding long series in the first place. But we'll try that again later down the road.
Later down the road, we'll give it another try.
We'll give it another go.
All the right qualities. I thought it was going to be what we wanted, and it just isn't.
No.
It's just not for us.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, not every book is for everybody.
Right. I think we are too liberal and headstrong to like these books.
Yes. Those are good descriptions.
Yeah.
I was going to say angry feminist. But
yeah, that too. Yeah. So what we're going to do is at the end, we'll tell you what we're reading next. So stick around, listen to this conversation. And at the end, we will share what we're reading next. But right now, it is not going to be any more of this. We have picked something new.
We're not reading famine.
No.
Or death.
No.
They're gone. Lost into the not red ether.
Yeah. I always say in my own personal reading life's too short to be reading these kind of books that you just don't feel happy about, especially in our current climate where everything pisses you off.
Yes.
Why force yourself? And also, time is money. Time is limited. And so I'm like at a personal space in my life where I'm not reading as much as I used to just because of how much work I do. So
same. Yeah.
So what I do read, I really need to at least feel somewhat good about it.
Yes. I want to enjoy the books I read.
Yeah.
Even though this is technically work in air quotes, like this is still reading for fun. And reading Pestilence and now War was not fun.
No.
I was cursing the book, cursing myself for picking the series, cursing every which way.
Damn you,
Damn me for picking the series. Why? Why did I fall for the hype?
Look, and I think our book club will be happy about it too, because that last book club meeting, nobody liked it.
Nobody. I was the nicest rating, and I gave it 3 stars.
Nobody cared for it. So I suspect they're going to feel similarly about this book because we all kind of have the same vibe in our book club. And so this
is great.
Yeah,
we love book club.
Yeah, this is the right choice. So on with the review.
Well, it was the exact same plot line as before.
Yeah.
Except this time she didn't try to kill him. Somebody else did. Oh, okay. I will say that is the one good thing I liked about this book was that she had a friend, Zara, who did shoot War, and then she saved Zara. So, like, Zara was cool. Zara was the only good thing in this book.
Yeah,
the only thing I like.
Sarah was cool. I did like her. And then eventually she's all like cheerleading for their relationship as well.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, he does one good thing and then suddenly she owes him her loyalty. He did do a good thing.
He did, reluctantly.
After
and
she
bribed
begged
for it.
Look,
yeah.
Okay, so first off, what she traded was for this favor. Wasn't that when she? No. She earlier in the book, she traded
for saving the birds.
Yeah, so
she didn't even really save the birds anyway, and didn't do anything.
She is using the honeypot as a lure for him, and it works most of the time.
Kind of, not really. His men still destroyed the birds, or kill all the birds, destroy the aviaries, kill the people. Nothing gets saved. Like, she gave away the quote-unquote ace card, because what he really wanted was sex, and she's like, I'll give you sex!
Yeah.
Like, she just threw that away for nothing. You build up to it. They're like, I'll make out with you for 3 hours if you save the birds.
Right. No,
I'll let you touch the boobs if you save children.
Right.
Like, build up to it.
She threw the whole thing at him, and he was like, "But nah, I want you to cave first. Like, no, I want you to submit to me, basically.
Surrender.
Surrender
was the word.
That's a nicer word, but it still fucking means submit.
Submit.
Because the whole time he's like, wife, you're gonna do what I you gonna get on my...
You're gonna do what I say you're gonna do. You're gonna submit to me. You're gonna sit here and be quiet and listen to me. You're gonna do what I want to do.
This is his party, and you're just a guest, okay?
Uh-huh.
He like, F what you talking about with relationships. This is not what this is. This is not your human relationship bullshit. That's not what this is. This is a dictatorship. I guess how you act. Like, okay. She loved it.
She's a child. She's 22 years old.
Yeah, she is. Very young. Again, very young. So, of course, she gets stigmatized first.
Yes. Of course.
By his huge,
giant dick. Oh my God. The way she kept going on. Oh my God, it's so big. Oh my God, it's so big. I was like, is it really big, or have you only ever seen one dick in your life?
She's seen 4, but she's only actually completed the deed with one person.
One person. At least she wasn't a virgin. But still, she was like, oh my God, it's so big.
Gosh, I'm like, well, how big? Tell me exactly how big.
It hurts her jaw.
Oh, God.
That's how big it is.
Oh, jeez.
This is so annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying.
So annoying.
Yeah, and of course, but this version of the hero is he is not a stranger to sex. He's had plenty of it.
Thank goodness.
Says so.
At least now we know how he knows the clit exists, because Pestilence was like, what is a vagina?
Right.
And then immediately knew everything.
Yeah. So this time he's gotten lots of experience of
women throwing themselves at him.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, apparently he's fine. Apparently he's a hot guy. And actually the vibes I was getting was like, I kept thinking of like, I think his name was Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones. Like the woman
that Jason Momoa's character?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I never watched it, but I was kind of getting that picture too.
Yeah, like he's big. Onto the bed,
but
like
really,
over there.
It should have been like a white British guy, because they do the most war, or start the most wars, at least in history. Like, no, there were very racial overtones that I adamantly disagreed with in this book.
Let's get into it. Like what? Give me. Yeah.
Well, starting out big before I get detailed, but like the overall setting was never described other than we're on the road. There's dirt. There's just lots of dirt as we're on the road walking around the coast. And she would name the cities.
Or like we're in Sudan now or something.
Now we're in Egypt.
Yeah.
We walked through the strip of Gaza, but everything was burning because everything apparently can burn. And it seemed very...
It's giving... Okay, I'm going to say this with care, but it's giving that... Say you've not... Show me you've not been somewhere.
Exactly.
So,
tell me you've never been to Africa without telling me you've never been to Africa.
Right.
And you're just describing, oh, it's sandy. Oh, there's dirt everywhere.
Right.
Oh, there's a mountain in the distance. Oh, this city is covered with flammable things and it's burning.
Yeah.
Oh, I can walk across the city in just a matter of minutes. Like, be so for real. I know it's more walkable than America, but be so fucking for real right now.
Yeah.
It was the whitest, Americanized, sanitized version of... I don't want to call it the Middle East because it's not the Middle East, but like, that's how people in America have been describing Africa and the Middle East for the last several decades of like, oh, it's this primitive land.
Yeah.
Which in book 1, when they were in Canada and the United States, she described the setting. She described the cities. They weren't burning because everything was flammable.
Right.
It was, here's the road we're on. Here's how we're getting on the interstate. Here's this little town.
Yeah.
And here she's like, there's these little satellite villages.
Yeah.
Oh, these little villages everywhere. These people in villages. And I was like, can you say the word villages one more time? Because fuck you very much for calling them villages.
Yeah. And sending notes with birds. I'm like, what year is this supposed to be? I mean,
I gave that a little asterisk because when the Four Horsemen first came in, everything stopped. So guns don't work, phones don't work, technology doesn't work.
I still don't necessarily understand because there is a gap of time. Mm-hmm. This picks up 3 years after the events of Pestilence, according to everything.
Yes.
And then just to note, FYI, if you read forward, it's 16 years past this before the next event. So
I thought that was 16 years from day 1. Because it's been 13 years since day 1 when they first arrived here.
Okay, let's just say, even if it is 16 years is a lot of time to like, I don't know. It just seems like they threw the world into the dark ages then. And I feel like
she did.
But I feel like it should have been more. It wasn't enough for me to just say that.
Well, that's the whole lack of world building. And she's not giving any sort of humans coming together and fixing things. Mm-hmm. She's like, no, everything is death and destruction and sandy and dirty. Mm-hmm. Everything is... guns maybe sometimes work, but usually don't. The motorboats sometimes work, but also don't because they'll explode. Technology doesn't work, but she doesn't ever dive into that world building. She just says it doesn't work and then throws you into this world where, it's...
So the world building is weak.
It's very weak.
And I mean, I kind of just got that vibe, obviously, from her saying everything is dusty and grimy and they're walking from place to place unless you're lucky enough to get on a horse. But it just felt like, I don't know, I just wanted more description of everything so I could be like, oh, dang, on this day, D-Day or whatever, this all happened. And
she gave a better description in Pestilence, but in this book she's just like, you should know that everything's shit and then I'm not going to talk about any of it, and just skipped over the world building entirely.
But that's a sign of poor execution to me when it comes to series. The best of the best give you a couple throwaways to pull things, bring it, let's say it's been a year since you read that book or 2 years. Just bring us back to where we are. Give us a good foundation again. And it doesn't have to be chapters. It doesn't have to be pages and pages. Good authors know how to do it in a chapter. Like,
absolutely. But each book should have more world building, especially if you're going to different parts of the world.
yeah.
Like book 1 was in Canada, and we saw how the Canadians were dealing with it, even though it was only 5 years after D-Day. Here, it's like, yes, oh, and by the way, we had a civil war at one point. And I was like, was that before D-Day or after? You're not telling us shit.
Right.
Like, you're not giving any sort of context. You're not giving any description.
No, we're not grounded in time.
We're not grounded
nothing.
in time. We don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
We don't know, is the world coming together or people trying to talk to each other? Apparently, you heard rumors from the East, North America.
Mm-hmm.
They heard rumors that Pestilence died or like vanished. How are they hearing rumors then?
Yeah, are boats, are ships still getting to Europe and Africa and other places?
Do radios work? Because I feel like radios worked in the first book, but don't exist here in the second book.
But long range radios to go, I guess it would have to be like a chain, place to place to place to place to place.
Up through Canada, Greenland, Ireland, Scotland,
down
through Europe.
That takes years.
Yeah, but still, like, she doesn't dive into any of that.
Yeah.
And that's part of the very racist, toxic mindset of building this global world, but saying, like, meh, it's just dirt and sand, and they're walking into Egypt. And let me just name the cities so you know where they're at. But, like...
Yeah. I think also, like, what's the girl's name? Muriel?
Miriam.
So the author makes Miriam she's not very religious. She doesn't.
That was a cop-out.
Yeah, and then they throw that she's like, her mother was Muslim,
Israeli,
and her father,
her mother was Jewish, and her father was,
same difference.
Her father was Muslim, her mother was Jewish, although he was Turkish American. I was like, why the fuck do you have to bring America into this?
I don't know.
So anyway, he was Turkish American. She was from Israel. They were like this beautiful blended family. And Miriam's like, and I'm an atheist. Yeah. And I'm like, cool, me too. But why the fuck are you? Like,
how did we get there?
How did we get here?
Yeah. I don't know.
The way it was described, it made it seem like she was that way when her parents were alive. But I don't know, because I don't know how she was when her parents died.
And there were opportunities for the author to delve into that a little bit, like when she would say to war your God or something. Mm-hmm. There was an opportunity to just give us a little bit of background here of why.
No, she was just like, I just don't believe in God.
Yeah.
My parents believe in different gods, but I don't believe in any god. And I was like, this is such a fucking cop-out.
And then she
flipped the switch. If you're trying to bring diversity in, like, lean into it. Have your character fully be Muslim and Jewish at the same time, if you can pull that off. Because there are Muslim and Jew relationships. Like, it's not arbitrary. It's not non-existent in our world.
So at the end, her switch flips and suddenly she believes in God.
Mm-hmm.
And the author decided not to let her meet death. The author decided.
That we saw.
Well, we know he says she's gone already. So he didn't meet her in the middle. He met the other girl. Because she was dead. She died from explosion. But then, like, she has no memory of being on the other side or anything. Mm-mm. So is it just the fact that you saw his head dismembered and now he's back? Now you believe in God? Is that what it is?
Pretty much. Also, this is the second time she's died, and she doesn't remember the first time either.
Yeah, and I'm still, like, also not really clear on, okay, so this marking you have on your body that matches his.
Somewhere on her neck.
Yeah.
It was not really described, but...
But why? Why? How? Who put it there? What does it mean?
God? Or maybe death.
Oh my God.
We don't know. Because War kept saying, like, God picked you for me. God picked you for me. God said you were mine.
But how? When?
But how? Why? When? It would make more sense if it was death, but death was also like, meh.
But also, it's very strange because these men or other angels, demons, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, angels, fallen angels, whatever. They are so stuck on their task that they're supposed to be doing for God. But yet, God saved me this woman that's supposed to be like my mate, where I'm calling her wife immediately. And
Instantly.
just like immediately. And be my minion and follow me around and kiss my ass and do what I say.
Oh my God. It was so annoying. Oh, I can't.
And in return, I'll throw her some good orgasms with my tongue. There we go. Even exchange.
At least he was good at oral. Like, if it was just penetration, I would have thrown the book across the room.
God, but it seems not right. And the fact that how the author uses religion in this book just has me saying the word God more than I'd like.
So arbitrary and inconsistent. And at least in book 1, they talked a little bit about like who God was. Here, there was no discussion. It was just like, yeah, he exists and he gave you to me and he gave me my sword and now I'm going to kill all humans forever and always.
Yeah. That's it.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Really? God wants every single human dead?
At least War had the ability to see like good people from bad people to an extent.
He took forever to finally use that ability.
Yeah. First it was a catch-all. And then after she begged him to save a few people, her friend and then the kid. And then, of course, after she fucking gets pregnant, now he's like, well, I'll save all the kids.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And then he's like, well, I'll save a few more people as well. And now I'll start using my skill to see like the really bad people from like the not so bad people.
Like, which was dumb.
Yeah. Okay, actually, let's take a quick break because I have more bitching to do.
So much bitching.
Yeah, and then we still have to rate it, and I want to talk a little bit about the graphic audio. So there's more things to do, and we will reveal what is next. So check out these commercials. By doing that, you are supporting the podcast. Feel free to click around, follow us, do all the things, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Let's shift a little bit. I also don't like how the author's number one, I guess, go-to for the women experiencing extreme trouble is always assault. Like, that's her go-to in both of the books.
It's real fucked up.
Yeah, I don't like it.
The fact that these men have probably been raping every single woman they can get their hands on every night for as long as War has been pillaging, because that's what they do. That's what they've been talking about doing. That's what they threatened her the first time they invaded her city. They're like, ooh, I see you, pretty lady. I'm gonna rape you later. Like,
right.
And then it takes a few weeks for them to actually attack her. But like, you know, it's happening the whole time. And when War catches them and puts them up for punishment, he's like, we're going to get justice. We're going to kill them. And she's like, oh no.
I know.
I can't.
I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Now she doesn't want to
kill them. She kills other men for less.
I don't understand. I would have marched right up there and slit their throat. I don't understand what the problem is. Like, it was
I would have
so
cut
weird.
off their dicks, and then I would have invited every single woman to come in here and start stabbing them. Like, it would have been a group activity.
Yeah, take a turn.
But she's like, no, I have a soft heart. I can't kill these men. They don't deserve it. And I was like, the fuck? These other men have just like walked too close to you and you shoot them in the face. And now these guys who actually attacked you, you have the opportunity to give justice, and you're like, no, I can't. And I'm just a soft, sweet woman.
Look, let's just also say this woman was so badly hurt. War had to heal her. She was
multiple broken, every bones. She couldn't walk for days, even with his magical healing touch.
Right. and then you're just going to suddenly feel bad about killing someone?
It's that weak, submissive, sweet woman trope where you're supposed to have empathy for, your fellow humans. And she kept going on, she's like, you can't kill everybody. Stop killing everybody. And instead, which this is a whole other rant, like, he was performing a genocide. Like, he is actively just wiping out every single person ever. This is not war.
No.
This is not...
It's annihilation. It's annihilation.
Yeah.
There's nothing
He's not giving
do.
anybody the opportunity to fight him.
No.
Like, if they had a different army and you were battling armies, like Risk, that would be war. This was just straight annihilation.
Yeah.
And she was like, you have to stop killing everybody. You can't kill everybody.
He's like,
no, this is my task. This is what I have to do. Blah, 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 blah.
He's like, I actually can. And wife, shut up.
But also, I don't understand how he was killing everybody, but also taking hostages at the same time and creating this
army. For army? What? I don't understand why. Because he doesn't need the army. He can raise the dead, which is another thing that's like, okay, then what's the point of the army? You just kill people, raise them, and just kill more people. You don't need the army.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
None of it made sense.
And why are these people so loyal to him? Like, some of them were inside trying to counter him, but they were so scared of him. Like, most of them just followed instructions. And some of them were loyal until they weren't. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, why? Why even do that? Why? Is it just to stroke your own ego so you have people to bow down to you and kiss your butt and remind you to raise the dead every night? Like, it was weird.
It was so weird. This felt more like Death's book. I know it wasn't Death, but it was literally everybody is dying. Everybody has to die. I was like, this is not war.
No.
This is, like you said, annihilation.
Which, now that you mentioned Death, I'm like, what could Death do to, all of a sudden, I am curious, but in my mind, not enough to read it, but in my mind, I'm like, is Death going to suddenly think people shouldn't die and everyone's just going to be happy-go-lucky and live forever? Is that what's going to happen?
I hope not, because we do need to have death at some point, but more like you die in your sleep when you're 99 years old kind of death. That's what we need. But
it doesn't make sense.
This.
No, it's weird. The whole thing's weird, and dragging Death into each of these books in a different kind of way, but he's the gatekeeper, right? So he can bring people back. But, also, it's told what happens to Pestilence in this book, basically. So Miriam finds out that you can stop doing this.
Yep. Yes, you can. You can go live your life with babies and have fun and...
Yeah. But instead you want to keep doing this, just killing and killing
because
and killing
God
some more.
Said so.
Look, he's literally killing and fucking his way across the continent.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Also, I want to know how he woke up in Vietnam and then made it to Israel.
Don't even get me to, I don't know.
Did he go through all of Asia? Is everybody in Asia dead?
How did he get there? With his horse.
Oh.
With his also immortal horse, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe the horse can walk on water? Because Pestilence did. But
let me just walk across the ocean.
Walk across the ocean. No begging.
I don't know. They don't need to eat. They don't need to sleep
they
really.
Don't need to do anything.
Which is weird because he was full on sleep at one point where she got a knife on him.
Multiple times. He kept falling asleep.
I thought you didn't need to sleep. You should just be resting your eyes. You should not be. How can someone sneak up on you? You're immortal.
Because he's not that good of a war leader, I guess.
It's that good sex. It puts him out a light. That's what it is.
21-year-old poon poon.
He just had to take a nap. He'd be like, night.
He's like, I'm thousands of years old, but this 21-year-old girl is everything to me.
Knocked me out. I just can't take it. anything. It's so ridiculous. It doesn't make sense.
So ridiculous. It does not make sense at all.
So annoying. And none of it was like cute. Like just the same as the first one. I'm like, I don't get it. Like obviously she thinks the man is hot. That's about the only thing. And like she's talking about how fine he is from day one, essentially.
But that's it. At least, okay, so comparative to Pestilence, he at least started to change early on, you know? He spared her new friend Zara. He helped save Zara's nephew. He eventually started saving some other people too, but also like killed a shit ton of people, killed so many people in his own convoy, like...
Yeah.
But he at least tried. We complained about Pestilence not even trying until the last minute. So I want to give him that little iota of grace.
Yeah. The character, you're right. The character did have a transformation that was visible to us.
Yes. Yeah. Which was one of our biggest complaints from last time. So I do want to say, like, I'm happy that he did change a bit on the page. That being said, like you were saying, he's just violent. There's nothing else to him. He was not making jokes. He was not saving people before she offered her body to, you know, save them. He was just killing for the sake of killing. Yeah. And she's like, damn, I want some of that. Basically. I guess you have to be 21, 22, however young, to be like, yeah.
And they're going town to town, and all she's doing, they're just having sex along the way. Like, they are carefree, and I don't know. Like, you're not going from town to town. It was so weird. It's like she really, and I guess that's one thing about her that is different from the first lady in the first book. It's like she really did know that she should hate him. She really did understand and really refused to admit that she was falling in love with him for the longest time, which I can appreciate that. Like, she thought she was playing him, although she wasn't. She thought she
Not
was.
At all.
Like, poor child. Girl, you tried.
Girl, no.
You try something, but you end up getting the one. He got you on the hook instead of the other way around. But she thought she was doing something.
Not at all.
Yeah, and like she knew, like she was telling him to his face, "I hate you." You know. Yeah, we might be sleeping together, but you still suck. She's got that, even though she was giving him lots of benefit of the doubt, same as the first girl, but.
Still. But the first girl, book one, and the reason why I thought that it would be a better book was, like, she did try to kill him and stop him. This time, it was just, nope, I'm abducted. You're calling me wife. I'm going to verbally spar with you, but I'm along for the ride.
Yeah, even when she had an opportunity to leave, Okay, so the first thing she did was when she had a knife up to him or whatever it was. And I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything to you. You might not kill him, but at least you'll prove to us that you really hate what he's doing.
Yes.
And then what happens? He just goes over and takes it from her. Like, she can't,
of course,
manage to do anything. I'm like, you little weak woman. Like, do something.
Yep. Do anything.
Yeah. And then, now, also, I could spot it from a million miles away that she was pregnant. It was so obvious, so quick. I'm like, you guys have been like banging like rabbits. Of course.
Well, they talked about it at the beginning. She was like, oh no, what do you do for protection? He was like, what do you mean? She's like, don't you have babies? And I was like, oh, she's getting pregnant in the book. It's not even going to be an epilogue. It's going to be in the book.
Yeah, and it was. So she gets pregnant, and then suddenly she is violently ill and all this stuff. I'm like, you are an idiot. And at least later she has the self-awareness to call herself basically an idiot. Like, she said she was dense for not figuring this out sooner.
Yeah, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, and then like she tries to leave him, right? Because she thinks there's no way maybe he might try to kill this kid. Maybe because at that point he had changed a little, but not enough for her to think that her child was safe from him. So she appears to try to leave, which felt half-hearted at best. And of course, he's there, like immediately. And he's like, you know, all of a sudden it's just everything falls a line, and she's like, "Okay, I'll come back. Okay, sure, we're fine, we're great." Problem solved.
She was already thinking about going back, though.
Yeah, it was
like
very
before he
weak.
showed up. She was like, maybe I shouldn't run away.
Yeah,
I was like,
weak.
too late. Like, you're down the road, the dirt road.
Look, and the thing is, I know these kind of books are supposed to have the happily ever after. Like, that's just the written rule. But I just feel like make them earn it in a way that isn't so
That's not just like, okay, well, she's pregnant, so happily ever after at the end.
Yeah. I don't know. And like, maybe not fall in love like so quickly. I don't know. And it wasn't insta love, obviously, because she hated him for a while. But on his half, it was insta lust. And for her too, it was lust. They were lusting after each other pretty damn quickly, which muddles love and lust. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're so like, you can't even figure out what's what when you're that deep into just having sex all the time. It very muddies the water, and not in a romantic way. It just felt like stupid. I don't know.
Yeah. It was very toxic is one word for it. I love when it's done right. I don't mind a good, like, kidnapping kind of, or forced proximity, forced kidnapping, if it's done right. This was not done right because it was still very much... I think it comes back to the fact that she's just a child. And that's what, like, she's not fully developed in her frontal lobe. She's making all these dumb choices. There could have been so much better fighting between them, not necessarily like physical fighting, but she could have done more to fight him. She could have done more to stop him. As I was saying earlier, you don't give your whole body on the first, like, let's save the birds and I'll have sex with you. No, you save sex for people. You're like, okay, you know, I'll take my shirt off and you can look at my boobs.
Yeah.
If you save the birds.
Right.
And even then, again, he was like, I'll do what I can, but I can't promise anything. She's like, woo, I won. And I was like, bitch,
you didn't win anything.
You did not at all win.
Yeah.
Like, he won.
And then he turns it around on you. He turned it around.
He's not going to kill the birds, but his people are. So.
Loophole.
Yeah.
And then the way he turns it around, like, she actually wants to have sex with the man. And he's like, no, not until you.
Yeah,
surrender to me
and submit and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, stop.
Yeah. And then also, I don't know if the author thought this was supposed to be sweet and endearing, but I thought that him calling her wife instantly and continuously through the whole freaking book, even when she hates him, it undermines her agency. Like, he starts brainwashing her immediately with that. And that's not cute.
No.
Even if you think that's your wife, how about you keep it to yourself until maybe a little while longer?
I like the very first time when he saw her on the road before he kidnapped her. Because I thought that was a good moment. But after that, yeah, he should have called her by her name.
Yeah.
And he should have done all these other things differently. And yeah, no, it was just really, well, it was demeaning and oppressive. And he's trying to force her to surrender and submit to him. And so, yeah, by calling her wife, he's taking away her agency, taking away her personality. And making her into the little wife he wants her to be.
Like, that's not cute. Like, I think there's a way to use that in a cute way. Like
Yes.
maybe after they start full on sleeping together, or
Yes.
I don't know. There's a way to make that sexy where it's not this way. It's just the way the author utilizes that. I just did not like it all.
Not at all.
Ugh.
Nope. Pass.
Oh, so many complaints.
So many complaints.
So, I don't know. Should we move on from the bitching? I feel like we've done enough.
I think so. But what is left to say?
So, the graphic audio.
Oh, yes.
I feel like I got more used to this producer's style of audio for the graphic audio. I also think it was dialed down a little bit. The music wasn't as loud.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I didn't hear, or maybe like I was just really focused on getting it done. So there wasn't like strings playing at weird times. And
that's good.
It just felt like it was more appropriate with the sounds and the music than in the first book, or maybe they just had enough common sense to turn the volume down on the background music so it wasn't so obvious it was in every scene. Just something worked better with the graphic audio production in this book from the other book. Like, it was so obvious to me before, and like this time it was dialed down a little bit.
Well, that's good.
Which I liked. It was still the audio, it was still the graphic audio experience, but it wasn't like nauseating.
You
like,
didn't
what
hear
is this?
Sirens in the background.
Yeah, like it wasn't weird, and like music where I don't think there should have been. Things like that.
Good.
So I think the production value was better, and it definitely helped me get through this book because, if I had to read it, oh my gosh, I'd be reading it right up until we hit record.
I was. That's why I was a few minutes late. I was like, gotta finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I finished, and it was,
yeah. So that's all I got from the graphic audiobook perspective. If I were to continue, which I'm not, I'll probably keep going with the graphic audio because there's no way I'm reading it. There's just no way.
If I would do this again, it would only be through the audiobook, but I'm tapping out. I'm done. I can't read another 21-year-old girl bitching about her broken body that's so gross and demented looking. Jesus Christ. Like, do we need to email Laura and be like, are you okay? Because why does every single 21-year-old girl be like, well, my body is gross?
Yeah, it's weird. It's a little weird. I feel like, especially these women, how they're supposed to be pretty, fairly good-looking women.
Very strong, very capable. The last one was a firefighter who could run for miles, and she's like, oh, behind so fat and gross.
Fucking horse like an idiot. Okay.
And here we're like, no. Why?
I don't know. Someone who is building weapons should have a million weapons all around her to just stab and cut him every second of every day. He should be so sick of her trying to attack him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like constantly.
But no.
No. All right. Let's rate it.
I'm not being nice this time. I'm giving it 1 star.
Yeah. I feel like 1 star is appropriate. Like I said, the audiobook helped it, but it wasn't enjoyable. I dreaded having to start it, but then when I did, I just said, just suck it up. Let's just start this thing and see what happens. And it was just a drag the whole time. It
was a drag.
And I'm like, why are they doing that? I'm like constantly like, what? Ugh. Really? Ugh.
Why? Ugh.
No.
Ugh.
I just chill with the all the religious undertones, chill with the
overtones, undertones.
Yeah, chill with like, oh my God, like the men. This is like a patriarchy in her stuff.
But it is. It's absolutely patriarchal.
And only the love and private areas of a woman can save them.
Or a baby.
Love, sex, or a baby. Those are the only things that will change their heart and minds. Blech.
This was the worst possible series for the both of us to read, and I am so sorry I picked it.
Yeah.
It was not, I did
Forgiven.
not realize that this was the route she was taking.
Shit happens. We can never know sometimes.
Yeah.
But let's just cross our fingers and hope that I'm not apologizing in 2 months because anything could happen.
No.
Up next, we are going to read Holly Black. We're going to read a duology. What is it called? The Charlatan duology.
I don't know. The Night of...
The book one is called Book of Night.
Yes.
The Charlatan duology number 1. And yeah, this is a newer duology from her. The first book came out in 2022. I think that it's either going to be something we really like or maybe not. I think your history with Holly Black, you like her writing style.
I like her writing style. I don't like her characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I read the Cruel Prince trilogy, the whole trilogy. I hated all the characters. The writing itself was really beautiful, and that's why I was able to finish it. But it was a hate read because I did not like the characters. I didn't like the choices they were making. I didn't like the plot line. But I can objectively say, like, she is a really good writer.
So with that said, this can either be really nice for you or meh for you, or you're going to hate the characters again. And I feel like the book I read from her, and I do not have a lot of history with Holly Black. I only read The Coldest Girl in Cold Town a gazillion years ago when it was really popular. I just feel like some of the themes around this duology are appealing to me. I like the fantasy, urban fantasy vibe. I love that it's adults. I love that, again, adult for her could be a 22-year-old. I don't know.
I hope not. I feel like, because she normally writes 18, 19-year-olds, like it's YA, but they're 18-year-old adults, like they're still teenagers. So I'm hoping that, like, because she's saying this is adult, I hope they're closer to 30.
I doubt it. So Charlie is the main character. She's a low-level con artist working as a bartender. So I guess she could be a 28-year-old bartender. That's totally possible.
Yeah. Even 25, 26, at least the frontal lobe will be developed.
Yeah, can we not be college age? Let's just get out of college age.
Out of college.
So I don't know. I might have just having to eat my words in 1 month from now. Like, why the fuck did I do this? But it's only 2 books.
It's only 2 books, and they're short books.
Yeah.
So we can get through it. We can power through real fast.
There's no way we're quitting 2 books because we've read 2 books. So, yeah. So, again, Patreon members, you guys are getting a heads up because everyone else is going to be surprised at the end of the month. Surprise!
Yep. Yay!
Okay, I think that is it. What do you think?
I think there's more I can bitch about, but I'm not gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I'm tapping out.
Yeah, me too. We're done. Alrighty. Thanks for listening to the entire episode. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And remember, keep your TBR high and your spoilers tagged. See you in the next one. Take care of yourselves.
Bye, everybody.
Did you enjoy today's episode? If so, please head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and leave a positive 5-star review. It's a simple action that makes a big difference. You can also like this episode on your favorite podcast player or share it with your fellow bookworm friends on social media. Joining the Shelf Addiction Patreon family is another way to support us. For as little as $2 a month, you can help our team create even more amazing bookish content. If Patreon isn't your thing, consider becoming a supporter on the Spreaker app for just $5 a month and gain access to exclusive audio-only content. You can find me everywhere, including Instagram, X, and TikTok under the handle Shelf Addiction. Join our book club of the same name on the book club's website and app, where we discuss all things bookish and more in a safe space. The Shelf Addiction podcast is a part of the Nerdy Maven Network. Thanks for tuning in.